Hey. Welcome to the Coach's Corner. I'm your host, George Zayas, along with my partner, Dave Siev, Coach Dave Siev.
Yeah.
Coach's Corner tonight.
Come in. I'll call you back, man. Don't worry. I'll get you on the show. Don't worry about it. People calling me from everywhere, from Connecticut. I don't know what's happening.
All right. Well, welcome to the show tonight. Tonight we got a special guest tonight. We got somebody that's going to be with us for just a moment. This will be,
Right.
Right now the country seems to be opening up slightly. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So they're going to talk about their experience. We're going to bring on Kareem Blue. Let's bring him on. He's going to talk about opening up a gym. So let's welcome Kareem Blue to the house.
What's up?
So, right.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, man. George, get a close-up on that. Get a close-up on him. Can we just put him on for a second?
Yeah. That's
Cinco de Mayo, man. We still got to celebrate, man. We still got to celebrate.
That is awesome, man.
Still got to celebrate
man.
Cinco de Mayo.
Spirit.
You know? Yeah, it got to be.
Hey, what? What? Yo, wait a minute.
I don't know. This guy's outdoing me, man. I don't have no Cinco de Mayo flavor, but I got a hat. You got something, George?
That's Bonanza. That's Bonanza right there.
What the heck is that?
I don't know, George. I thought you were gonna have something.
Hold on. If you guys are gonna rock hats, I'm gonna have to go get mine.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, you got a hat. What did you got?
He's got a hat. I want to see what kind of hat this guy. What the heck?
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I guess cool. That'll fly. That'll work.
That'll work. Works well.
Plus, it covers me for COVID.
Right, true.
I like that.
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I think you're straight on that.
Yeah. I would definitely stay socially distant away from you. You walk around with that thing on.
Well, listen, guys. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Welcome to the
man.
Corner. We want to welcome Kareem Blue. Kareem has a gym out in Brooklyn. Connecticut.
Connecticut, yes.
Connecticut. And Kareem's going to talk about, they're starting to open up some of the gyms around the country, Connecticut being one of the first ones. Tell us a little bit about that and what should people be expecting while opening up these gyms?
Well, it's like, in this climate, like you're going to have some people that are still like jittery, like, like even, months from now, there's going to be still people that are going to be a little jittery and shaken up, after all of this. Like even going to the supermarket is a ordeal, or Walmart or anywhere else, gas station, things like that. It's like what we do is we basically we always keep it sanitary anyway. It's boxing, that's the main rule. Protect yourself at all times.
Sure.
You know what I mean? No matter what the situation is, you protect yourself at all times.
So wait, Kareem, are people training in masks? What's happening?
Yeah, some people have masks. Those some people been training in masks before this. Those elevation masks and things like that. Right. So people, like so in some sense, helps their lungs a little bit. Like some people breathe in masks, and some people near the windows. We have some older people. Like that have Parkinson's, things like that. And like that's one of the main reasons that we spoke to some people to try to get it going again, like for them, because like we were getting calls from like their wives and things like that, and they was like, listen, like like they're breaking down, like they have Parkinson's and they, and their bodies are breaking down, and and they were willing to take a risk for for their health. They felt like if they were behind the 8 ball that they were gonna go anyway. So so I said I take the proper precaution, because I know that like they're older, so they're more at risk, so but like some people live on their own. Some people, some people are old and live on their own and have to go out to the supermarket and have to do things for themselves. They don't have people to go out for them and do things for them.
So George and I are in New York, and our gyms are still closed, obviously. So the question we have for you is, all right, now you're in Connecticut, you open up a gym. 1, are people coming back? 2, are they out of shape? 3, are they wearing masks? 4 are you doing social distancing? So does your sparring look like shadow boxing, like two people?
Oh yeah, no, we not doing any sparring right now. No sparring at all right now. Like so basically we have like 5,000 square feet, you know, so it's a lot of space, you know what I mean? So we basically keep the numbers low, like, you know what I mean? So like we have no more than 9 people, you know, plus myself, you know, as the instructor or whatever, you know what I mean? So, you know, we have people spread out. We have like 5 people over here, 5 people on the other side of the gym, you know what I mean? We keep it spread out. So like everybody's, you know, safe.
And how do you feel? How are the boxers to this?
Well, like the boxers is like, you know how it is. Like they ready to go no matter what. Any boxer around the world is like they ready to go. They ready to go. They don't matter. They don't, you know what I mean? Like they ready to go at all times, you know. It's like, you know, especially like, you know, being from a city, you know, like a big city, you know what I mean? I'm from New York, you know, I didn't grow up in Connecticut, but you know, I'm in a small town, you know what I mean? I'm not in a big major city, you know what I mean? I'm a small town, you know what I mean? So like there's more people in like one building in New York than there is in the town that I'm in. You know what I mean? So it's like so I can understand the difference in like, you know, the slower, you know what I mean, progression of that. You know what I mean? I get it.
All right. So what do you think, George?
Well, okay, so you're opening up the gyms. You said you're gonna let people come in and wear masks if they feel comfortable with that. If not, they're gonna turn around and you know, they're gonna say socially distance within the gym.
Right, exactly, right.
Okay, so when did you guys open up, on Monday?
Yes.
Okay, yesterday. Yeah, essentially.
Yep.
Okay.
So we have about 3 or 4 people in the class, you know what I mean, in the club at one time, you know what I mean. So it hasn't been like, you know, crazy like that, you know.
And people are comfortable being in the gym in that setting.
Yeah, people are comfortable. You know what I mean? Other people that come, you know what I mean. I'm pretty sure there are people that, you know, are not comfortable yet, or probably won't be comfortable for a while, you know.
All right.
Righty. Well, thank you very much, Kareem, for joining us tonight, man. And and listen, where's your gym located? And give us, you know, website or any social media so that people can follow you and you know the stuff that you do with some of the Parkinson's and the kids.
Right.
Oh, my gym is in Thomaston, Connecticut, 400 Watertown Road, Thomaston, Connecticut. It's called Blue Boy Boxing Club, and I am Blue Boy. You know what I mean? That's my nickname, Kareem Blue. So that's my actual name. So people call me Blue Boy. But Blue Boy Boxing Club, 400 Watertown Road, Thomaston, Connecticut.
All right. Well, thank you very much, man. Thanks for joining us, man.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah,
I'm gonna finish celebrating, man. I'm gonna finish celebrating. You guys have a good show. I'm gonna keep watching.
And thank you for giving us an insight of what New York is going to look like soon when we open these gyms back up. We appreciate it.
All right.
Take care now.
All right.
So Kareem Blue from Connecticut, and what a great guy.
Never blue.
No, he's always blue. It's just that's his real name.
I said he's a happy guy. I don't know why they keep calling him Blue. I don't know. This guy.
No, he's good guy. He's also a comedian. If you want to follow him, Kareem Blue on social media, and you can follow his gym as well. All right, so let's go on to the coach's corner. Dave, you have some stuff lined up for
So for those of you new to the coach's corner, what we're doing is we're taking a look at basic moves, and then what we're going to do is how the pros do it. They put their own spin on it, and we try to break it down. It's great. It's great for you know, up and coming fighters to take a look at it, and you know, people know George and I. They know us from, you know, covering amateur tournaments in New York City, namely the Ring Masters and amateur shows and police shows and stuff like that. So you know, this is the up and coming. So we'd like to just break it down, just like I do, you know, when we're broadcasting. We'll do it and take a look at some actual stuff.
All right. So we encourage you guys to share the link and you know, share it, and also subscribe to our channel. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out as well. All right, so we're gonna go to the first. You got videos coming up, Dave?
Yeah, we're gonna go to. I think we're up to the right hand first, right? We're up to the right hand.
Yep, right hand. And by the way, also hit that bell button so when we go on, you guys get notified as well. All right, so you want to share your computer screen, and then we can bring it up and we can start going right into it. Okay, and the thing about it is that Coach Dave, you always come up with the pros and what they've done, which is really, really interesting. And you show an example using their own, their moves. So I really enjoy this, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well.
Okay.
So you got a computer?
I'm ready.
Videotape. No, you got to share it, bud. I don't see it.
It says, oh, duh. Sorry. Sorry. I got these buttons, George. Ready? Tell me when we're ready.
We're ready. We're ready. All right, let me put you on, and here we go.
Okay, here you go.
All right, so we're doing the right hand, right?
Right hand.
Basic right hand. Right, two basic right hands, depending on where your weight is. Front foot right hand, where your front foot pulls your body weight and the right hand comes through, or the rear foot, where the rear foot drives and your body weight stays here, but you still get the weight of your body comes forward. All right. So front foot right hand is here, right? Boom, and you pull. Let your toes boom. Pull your body weight forward. Pull your body weight forward. Rear foot right hand, drive. You don't lean forward on this one. Boom, stay back. Boom, boom. Okay. Smoker talk. Basic right hand.
Okay, so George, let's see how the pros do it, and they all have a little bit of different thing. Sugar Ray Robinson, pound for pound, the best of all time, pretty much. And just watch this for a second. He's gonna open up and really throw his right hand. Bang.
There it is.
And I just want to show something with Sugar Ray Robinson. He like people say, oh, you don't telegraph. He winds up with his right hand. So watch him throw his right hand. I mean, of course, this guy's getting knocked down, but when he throws his right hand, he actually winds up with it. You see it pull back,
right?
People say
it back and then just going forward with it.
Oh, he didn't care. And Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, this is one of the fighters of now, Deontay Wilder. This guy's probably got to be the deadliest right hand in heavyweight history with that.
Yeah. Yes.
He's been knocking, what did he knock out 39 out of 40 guys that he fought?
He knocked them all out because before Tyson Fury,
right.
He knocked them all out because he brought Vern Stevenson, whatever that guy's name, Vermaine Stevenson. And he beat him up for 12 rounds, and then in the next fight, he knocked him out. And with Tyson Fury, when he drew with him, he knocked him down twice. So now everybody's saying, "Oh, this guy isn't anything," because Tyson Fury made him look bad the last fight. But he knocked everybody out. Nobody's done that in the history of the world. World.
Boxing, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at him.
And it's absolutely fierce. He keeps his feet wide, he's ready for it. Pouring with it and bang, he hits you with it. It's lights out. Here's another one.
And when he fought Ortiz, they said it was a fluke, and then he actually knocked out Ortiz even quicker the second time around. Yeah.
Watch this one coming up. Bang.
Oh, devastating right hand. Puts that guy right out.
Oh my goodness. And you could see he got going a bunch. And here's Ali. Ali, he does something different. He bounces, he leans back, and he throws his right hand from his back foot. Classic Ali. Now, George, this is all right. This is the most controversial right hand in the history of boxing, George. This one right here. This is when he fought Sonny Liston the second time. And he
wasn't that they call him like the phantom punch or something like that?
Punch. Absolutely. So if you take a look at it right here, I mean, he knocked Liston out. So, I mean, bang. You could see that Liston's head. Something happened to Liston's head. He definitely
I just think Sonny didn't want any more of that.
If he didn't want any more of it, whether he took the dive, I don't know. But he definitely got hit. And Ali, look at Ali just screaming and going on. And then Ali, of course, had another famous fight. This is the Rumble in the Jungle with George Foreman.
Yeah.
In Africa, they fought.
Big George.
Yes. And this is how Don King really came to be. Don King came to be with that fight. they both wanted something like $5 million, and he was the only promoter who could get it, and he got it to him. Now Joe Louis is the Brown Bomber, and his right hand is classic, and his spin on it, George, is if you take a quick look at his right hand, let's take a look at it. He has this 6-inch punch, but he throws it like he's throwing a pitch, like a pitcher throwing a ball. So if you take a look at his right hand, right, he's coming there, and then he's very close. He's very close to the guy, but he winds up and he throws it like a pitch almost with his foot, and he lands on his front foot. So it's a little bit quick and scary, but
wasn't this the fight with Max Schilling?
Yes, absolutely. This is it right here, and he took him out, and basically, you know, this is when America was at war with Germany, and
yes.
This fight meant a lot. You could see
this was a big deal because at the time Hitler was saying how they're a superpower or whatever, super race or whatever he was calling themselves, and you know, they were destroying everybody, almost everything. And guess what? Here came Joe Louis representing America, and kind of put the United States back on the map and say, hey, you guys are not the super race. Come on, you know.
Right. But before this fight, Schmeling knocked out Joe Louis in a surprise upset.
By the way, they became friends after this whole thing. I don't know if you knew that. They actually became very good friends after the whole World War II and all that kind of crazy stuff. There was a mutual respect that was garnered right after that.
Absolutely, that's great to hear, because boxers know how to leave it in the ring. And here's one of our new stars.
Oh my God, Nikita Ababiy. Oh my God, this is great, Dave. I'm glad you brought him on, because this is a guy that we actually covered in the Ringmasters tournament when he was an amateur.
He's one of our Ringmasters champions.
Yes.
I don't know if he's 7-0 or 5-0 as a pro, but this is him coming out, and his right hand is no joke. I mean, we've seen it in the amateurs. I mean, he's something to watch. He's got a vicious right hand.
You definitely got to watch this guy. Like if you have the zone, DZN, you'll be able to watch his fights. I mean, this kid is unbelievably talented, and I'm glad that you brought him on tonight for this.
Absolutely, and he came out of our Ringmasters tournament, and he went right to the pros. He signed with the zone. Him and his stablemate Rashad Mahdi.
Yeah.
And he's coming out, and he's really making himself very popular.
Yeah, no, definitely. Look at him. He knocked that guy out.
Right. Now, this is Julian Jackson. I don't know if you remember Julian Jackson from back in the day.
Vaguely.
All right. Probably one of the hardest hitters that ever graced the ring in boxing. A middleweight fighter, just tremendous. Like, he just hit so hard. I mean, that I'm pretty sure he's Jamaican origin, but he fought out of England. And when he hit you, I mean, he would just cripple guys. This is him against Terry Norris. Look, he's out already.
Yeah, done on the ropes.
Yeah,
done on the ropes.
I mean, he's just like, people are incapacitated when Julian Jackson hit him. You know, it was just crazy to see. Oh my God, yeah.
God, that was devastating.
Okay, now this punch coming up, George. This is the most famous right hand in history. This is considered the knockout punch of the century, of last century, and probably to the date. Anybody who's a true historian, this is Rocky Marciano against Jersey Joe Walcott.
Oh yeah.
And just take.
Wait a minute before you go forward. Oh my God, there it goes. Good. Yeah, you know what?
I got it again in slow motion.
Yeah, put it again, man. Put it again.
Okay. I have it in slow motion. You want to see it in slow motion?
Yeah, do it, man.
Okay, here you go. So here it is in slow motion. And I'm going to try to stop it right there. Do you see that?
Yeah, you know what, Dave? I got a picture that I can bring up. Real close up.
Famous picture in history.
Let me bring up that picture, because I actually have a picture of that. That is one of the famous, more famous, and there it is. That was from the other side, but that is right there is a telling sign of the power of Rocky Marciano in the right hand.
And you know, right now on my screen is that flash that took that picture, George, because that's the most famous picture. This is the most famous right hand in the history of boxing.
Yes, I'm loving it, loving it. All right, so before we continue, Dave, I just got to give a couple of shout outs because a couple of people tuning in. I want to make sure we acknowledge them. We got Brian McCarthy. He says, "This is your best effort yet." Thank you, Brian. We appreciate that. And
how you doing, Brian? How you doing?
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to Brian for tuning in. Thank you so much. He says to analyze Ali so well is priceless. Yeah, that's right. You know, he also says that Footwork did not prevent Joe Frazier from going forward for 15 rounds in the fight of the century. Yeah, we're going to cover a little bit of Footwork as well, a little bit later in the broadcast.
Absolutely.
So let me see. He's got This Was Courage. Yeah, one of the hardest punches in boxing history. Absolutely, man. I can't tell you, you know, and we saw that just now. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. And look, this is an interesting fact that he points out. He says that Susie Q is what Marciano called that punch.
His Susie Q.
Susie Q. Oh, my God. He says another thing that it was disconnected his jaw from his skull. You know.
Yeah, I believe it.
Just interesting facts. Thank you for tuning in. Also, Ron McCoy, he says that punch traveled 6 inches. The weight behind the punch was incredible. Absolutely. And it definitely was incredible. That definitely was. And again, it was. And we'll take a look at that punch again. Just take a look at that, man. That was unbelievable. The strength behind Rocky Marciano. And for a little guy, he packed a pretty powerful punch. So,
right. So if you take a look at it again. Do I get the screen again, George?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. So if you take a look at it, Jersey Joe was famous for these little turnarounds. Watch right here. So you see what's happening? Jersey Joe, Marciano is throwing his right hand. Jersey Joe is throwing a right hand too, but he's a second later, a split second later. He's loading up for a big right hand. He's walking. He wants Marciano to walk in his hand. And that's where he got caught. See, he got caught in the motion of him throwing the punch.
So it's who gets there first, basically.
Absolutely. And that put it. So that's the end of the right hands.
Beautiful.
So amazing how they put it. So I broke it down into like a front foot right hand and a rear foot right hand. But you could see that the pros have all kinds of different spins on it, you know. And that was, that was incredible. I mean, and they're still doing it. People are doing so many different things. You know,
we showed that here. It's interesting that you actually showing that right now using old footage, because people are like, well, why is Coach Dave using old footage? I mean, you know, because boxing, the fundamentals of boxing don't change and things don't change, and you can learn from that. If you're a young boxer, right, you can use that.
Absolutely,
footage to learn, study, and use that in your repertoire.
Absolutely, and it also depends on what kind of body type you are, whether you're fast or slow, whether you're strong, whether all these things change, and it depends. So it's good to learn how different people did it, and anybody would get the basics from a coach, but now when you want to become something a little bit different, it starts to change.
And speaking of something different, we went from the right hand. I think we got a little extra stuff that you got tonight, right? You got some extra credit tonight, right?
Oh yeah, from last week. We wanted to go to the stance shifters. All right, because let's talk about that. And George, this is something I'm very excited about. I think that the people changing their stances in fighting is going to be something that's going to be more and more done. It's going to be the rule rather than the exception. And let's take a look at some stance shifters on this.
All right, let me put that back on there.
Okay,
let's do it.
All right. So this is somebody new and exciting. He's 106 pounds. He's a flyweight, Julio Cesar Martinez, and he's in the all black trunks. And just watch this dynamo go. I
think he was named after the great Julio Cesar Chavez.
Has to be. He's Mexican. His first two names are Julio Cesar. He's got to be. And he's dynamic. He's exciting. I'm pretty sure he's got to be signed with Golden Boy because he's Mexican and he's fighting. So look at him just switch stances, George.
Yeah.
What do you throw? A 9-punch combination there?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So really, really, really fun stuff to watch. And and he also fights from a square stance. He just stops in there and then switches. He'll go back in one stance. He'll switch feet during a combination like he did right there. He's very, very exciting and fun to watch. Okay, so now this is somebody also new and upcoming, Israel Madrimov. And I think I'm pretty sure he's from Uzbekistan. Very exciting to watch. He's in the blue and white trunks. He's on the right hand side right now.
Let's check him out.
And as you can see, he's a mover. You want to think of a Lomachenko type fighter that like these Eastern Europeans are coming out and they're moving and they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And look at him move, how easy he moves. Switch stances. And here's a quick spotlight too. Now this is Israel Madrimov, and he's fighting Troy Isley over here. I don't know if I got the name right, but Troy just signed with Top Rank, and he's an American, and he's coming out. So these two fought each other as middleweights in the amateurs. Expect them to fight in the pros for a championship down the line.
Yes,
Troy Isley. So it just enjoy it. Like, Troy Isley's no walk in the park. And you can see Israel Madrimov, I can't say that name, but you can see him. He's moving all over the place. But Troy is not perturbed. He's just doing the right thing. He's still jabbing, he's still throwing punches. And both of them look really good. But you could see in the pros, this is going to be an exciting fight. All right, and then Chris Colbert.
Yes. Oh my God, one of my favorites. I think he's the thing about Chris Colbert. He brings that excitement that a Mayweather brings to the ring. To me, in my opinion, he brings that as a young boxer. You can see him developing, and he's going to be that. I think he's going to be one of those guys, one of those superstars that you got to keep your eye on.
He's already got a world championship. It's an interim world championship, but it's a world championship. And now he's going to fight a big name. But let's just take a look at him. Oh. First of all, you see him in the lefty stance with his green hair. You cannot ignore his green hair. Now he gets in some scuffle, bang, and he's in a righty stance.
Just like that.
And you could see he's just as comfortable, just as smooth, and just as dangerous. I mean, he's looking good. And what the heck, So that was we covered stance shifting last week, so we might as well, because I covered some of the old stance shifters, Marvin Hagler and guys like that. So I said, why don't we take a look at some new ones? Because I don't think it's being proven that more and more fighters are learning how to fight both ways, and they should. I think
that's an advantage for a fighter to do that.
Yeah, I think it is. First of all, because depending on how the person fights, he might see you differently. Bud Crawford is another guy that does it. Terrence Crawford, he's a champion. He does it a lot. And he doesn't switch continuously, but he likes to find his niche. And what it is when you're fighting and somebody has like a little bit of an advantage over you, or you're not able to finish it, you might have to switch the look. And the easiest way is to switch a stance, and switch it all the way. But you can also, there's changes in the game. Like I always said, like when Mayweather fought, it's almost like you're fighting 5 different fighters, because sometimes he's backing up and he's shoulder rolling. Sometimes he's wrestling with you. Sometimes he's coming forward. He never let anybody think or get comfortable in the ring with them,
Right. Yeah, I'm loving it. I like that about the newer boxers coming up, and we get to see them early because we cover the Ringmasters, which covers all the all the amateurs, and we see them develop, which was it's a lot of fun to watch.
Right. And even in there, George, have we not seen some of the new boxers switch stance often? We've seen. now.
Yeah, and I think you have some. You're going to cover tonight some footwork as well, and we're going to see some of. I think a couple of new boxers that we've covered in the Ring Masters that you're actually going to showcase tonight, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Let's. You know what? Tell me when, and I'll get right on footwork.
Let's go for it.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just get that going, and here we go.
A lot of front and back, right, is good. And then 2, and then 3, right? You want to practice that. What you don't want to do, basic problems, is people get stuck on forward, they get stuck on back. You want your weight center. You want your weight center, right? Then side to side, same thing, 1, 2. And you don't want your head here and your feet moving. Why? You get hit. This, your head has to move. Okay, so when you practice your basic footwork, you want to be able to have your stance under you, keep your weight under you, be ready to move in any direction, be ready to punch always, even if you change levels. Okay, L-step is going back and then to the side. Crossover is going this way, all right? How does it look? Boom, all right? Notice that this foot has to be alive if I'm going to shoot this way, okay? So it's either quick or it's out, all right? Crossover, this foot has to be alive to get that foot over there, all right? How does that look? It looks like this. Boom, boom. Crossover, L-step. Crossover, L-step. L-step. Crossover, crossover. L-step, L-step. Crossover, L-step. Coach's corner, smoke a talk.
All right. So, and the thing about this is that, you know, like the takeovers from that, George, are that people have to understand, like, you're moving around, you have to not get hit. But then when you move, you have to move so that you're able to throw a punch back. And those L steps and crossovers are so that you don't move straight back and the guy could time you. So you're buying yourself space. Now, I started off with Dimitri Bivol. He's a small light heavyweight. He's beating everybody up. He's one of the great light heavyweights. Light heavyweight division is fantastic right now, with Ababiy and you know, Canelo even coming up. Now, Canelo's obviously going to go back down. Dimitri Bivol might be a fight for him because Dimitri Bivol can go down to 168. He is a small light heavyweight.
All right, so let's lean in and check him out and see what he looks like with his footwork right now.
Okay, so Dimitri Bivol is the lighter skinned guy in the lighter trunks. They both have dark trunks on, but Bivol's trunks are like bluish. I'm not even sure if they're bluish or blackish.
Like navy blue.
All right, so if you look at Bivol, his steps are very simple, especially for a champion. I don't know any champion who has more simple steps than him. He's just pretty much back and forth, good basic footwork. And if you try to jump at him, he's ready for it, and he'll throw some punches like Pereira just did. So Bivol is there. Now we'll look at Macho Camacho, and he does some great footwork. And the reason I like to show him, this is him fighting Boom Boom Mancini, but is he does the L steps and the crossovers, and he's very hard to track. You got something to say, George? You should have something to say because he's Puerto Rican, and I know that's,
you know, he was a flashy back in the day, Puerto Rican flashy boxer. You know, Macho Man. You know, Macho Camacho. You know, and I tell you, he was a very, very flashy, and I think part of that was because he was a dancer. You know, he loved to dance, and I think those dance steps helped him in the ring.
Absolutely. So let's take a quick look at him. So the L step. Just that's an L step. So let me just bring that back just a tad if I possibly can. All right. So an L step, he's a lefty. So he's going to go back and then to his left. Ready? Back and then to his left. So he doesn't come. Now this move that he's going to pull right there. Do you see how he just jabbed Boom Boom Mancini and Mancini didn't even know what happened?
Got right out of the way. The footwork helped them get out right out of the way of Boom Boom's.
So I'm going to show that again because these are the moves. All right, so let's take a look. So right now they're in front, right? Boom. So here's Camacho. He steps to his left, right? What's Mancini going to go? Mancini is trying to cut him off, so he's going to go towards Camacho. Bang. Now, come on, that was so quick.
Yeah,
So
nobody's there.
yeah, it's so quick that he's fascinating. So as Mancini comes, what Camacho is going to do, this is a sophisticated move. Camacho is going to throw a jab, but he's going to put his weight on his right foot. Meanwhile, he's going to do a rear crossover with his left foot and get out of the way. So let's watch. Bang. You see how he's out of the way? And Mancini.
Thing of beauty, man.
Right. It really is. There's another L step as he walks out. Okay. One of our ringmaster guys.
Oh my God. This is exactly what I was talking about. These are one of the guys that we've covered in the Ringmasters tournament. And bear in mind, this kid right here is an amateur, but he's got the moves of a pro when it comes to footwork.
I can't see him doing bad in the pros. I can't see him doing bad in amateurs. Watch, he's going to go back into his right. That's his L step, back into his right. And then he's regrouping. Watch how he handles the distance. He's threatening with the punch at all times. And we're talking about Tony Diamante in blue, right? Setting up, but not blindly coming forward, not smothering his punches, measuring his distance, throwing a punch, getting back. This is good basic footwork. All right. Now we get into like the pros, right? So now we got some of the stranger guys. Chris Eubanks Sr., not Chris Eubanks Jr., Chris Eubanks Sr.
Junior actually is a pro fighter now, and they fight at the same, I think, middleweight, and I think he's a WBA interim title champ as well.
Right. He is. So Chris Eubanks Jr. is fights fought at 160 and 168, just like his father did. And Chris Eubanks Sr. is something. Now, why his footwork is different. Watch his footwork, because we're talking about the pros and the differences. Oh. His footwork is to move around, get distance, but he would always lunge in with something absolutely vicious. So you have to watch him. And he liked keeping his feet wide when he punched. So it's really crazy how you are. See how he moves well? He's moving, he's getting his range, but then he lashes out with something very strong. And this guy could straight up fight. So it's just a weird thing, but look at him move, right? Like an antelope. I mean, it's there.
Gracefully. Very good. Oh, Joe Calzaghe. Oh my God. Oh man, I wish he was still around, man. This was one of my favorite fighters to watch. And I miss this guy. He actually, I think, didn't he retire retired undefeated?
Absolutely. And this is his last fight ever. It was in Madison Square Garden.
Yes, that was Roy Jones, no?
Right, yes. But not the Roy Jones that was
we're talking about the old man Roy Jones now. He was on the later part of his career.
Absolutely. And this is Joe Calzaghe. And the reason I show it is because he's got that European footwork, that United Kingdom, that English. He's Welsh. But he moves very well. You see how his feet move together. He's constantly doing stuff that you would do in the amateurs, like very basic, consistent, good footwork, but sharp. Then now we're getting a little fancy and unorthodox.
Yeah, we're talking about Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, one of the most flashy, flamboyant, and just a really fun person to watch, an exciting person to watch when he's there. He's graceful, great boxer.
Right. So here's Ray Leonard in the white trunks, and just watch him move. And he moves and punches, a little bit of Ali, a little bit of Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yes.
There's basically three Sugars that I know about. Ray all right. So that was Ray Leonard. There was Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Sugar Shane Mosley. The three Sugars that I know. I didn't put his name up here, but do you remember this guy? The Prince.
Oh, Prince Nassim. Oh my God. Yes, man. Hey, Dave, not for nothing, man. I got to tell you, he's the only boxer in history. And I don't know if you guys remember this. And if you can Google this, YouTube it, whatever you got to do. He's the only guy that ever came into the ring in a magic carpet. Flying magic carpet, flew right into the ring.
Flying carpet.
one of the best dancers that I've seen also as a boxer.
Right. There was almost a delay at the beginning of that fight because
Oh my God, it was
they wanted to write him a ticket for unlicensed operation or something like that. I don't know what it was.
It was very controversial, but I tell you, as a fan watching the spectacle, I know there's a lot of boxing fans that just want to get to the fight, but I actually enjoyed. It was kind of like a halftime show at a football game, watching this guy coming down.
He danced and did all kinds of things. He was kind of
a flip on the top rope. Remember that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he's very athletic and very coordinated. And let's watch a little bit. Let's watch a little bit of it. This is him versus Kevin Kelly. This is a great fight to watch. They knocked each other down like 4 or 5 times. And look at the Prince. The Prince is also a stance shifter. He's righty. He's lefty. He's moving, and then boom, he punches.
Yes.
And then if we're going to talk about fancy footwork, here's Loma. He's the marriage of everything. Also a trained dancer. His father had him dance for years.
The kid, Vasyl Lomachenko. Yes, absolutely.
So Loma's in the dark trunks now, and just a beautiful thing to watch. 2 Olympic gold medals, just all over the place. Just always in balance, always ready to punch. Moving unconventionally, nice little shoulder bump there. Beautiful. And this is one of the up and coming too, Shakur Stevenson.
Yes.
He just came out of the last Olympics, George.
I like Shakur. He's fun to watch. Strong kid too, man.
Absolutely. And he looks great. And this is where he won the belt. He won an interim belt at featherweight. And the reason I'm showing this one is because he's doing the rear crossover. So let's take a quick look at the rear crossover step. See?
Yes.
See how the back foot goes all the way across?
Yes.
Across the front foot? There it is. That's it right there. That's it again. These are all rear crossovers. All right. Hey, George.
Wait a minute. Is it?
This is your buddy.
No, that's the guy that fought Mayweather, right? That Mayweather knocked him out in the first round, and he took like $9 million off this kid. He was crying after the fight.
Mayweather robbed Japan. He fought somebody 2 or 3 weight divisions lower than him. He made sure that he couldn't kick, and then he just said, "Yeah, pay me $9 million and I'll spar him 3 rounds." He beat him up in 32 seconds and just
crazy.
Just walked out with $9 million.
Yeah, the kid was crying afterwards. Yeah, and he just that was after Mayweather was retired, and so this would be quote unquote the 51st fight, but it really was an exhibition, which. Yeah, there was no competition. Sorry.
Absolutely. But that's typical Mayweather. But what we're looking at, so that Japanese guy, I think his name is Shin, if I got it right, and he's in the blonde hair. But watch this L step done by the guy in the black shorts, and he's going to move back into his right to avoid, I think, a kick. See that? So I'm going to show that again. That's a beautiful L step back into his right. So it works, and then you see him. He's posing on him. He's posing on him. He's like, "Yeah, you didn't get me with that," because that's an L step. All right, now Bernard Hopkins, right?
Yes.
The reason I'm putting this with fancy footwork is because, and this is something to hopefully, I'm hoping that some of the young fighters understand this. Bernard Hopkins is a right-handed fighter. He's fighting Kelly Pavlik here. And what you're going to see Bernard do is a lot of people don't do this. He's going to move to his right. A lot of L steps. Bang. There's an L step right there. Moving back into his right. Right. Let's watch that again. Bang. You see how he goes over there? And the thing about Bernard is when he fought, I want to see if I can catch this jab to really understand. Bernard is a different place. You see how he looks. He is if you're Kelly Pavlik Kelly Pavlik coming forward. Kelly Pavlik has Bernard on his left side, so he cannot hit him with the right hand. So now you're going to have to hit him with the left hand. Meanwhile, Bernard is playing games with you, constantly hitting you jabs from that side. So if you overcompensate, if you overcommit and you overcompensate to try to get Bernard, he's going to come back the other way and hurt you. And that's what Bernard's doing. It's very, very sophisticated how he's doing this, but he's setting it up all the way. You know, so let me see if I could do that. Okay, and then the greatest,
Yes,
Muhammad Ali, absolutely the greatest, has
yes.
a different kind of footwork than anything. He was bouncing, he was going backwards. I mean, just like I don't expect.
He always looked like he was a little off balance, and he wasn't.
Yeah,
When
but the reason he did is because he blocked punches, like not blocked punches, but he slipped punches moving back.
Yes, there
So
you
you
go.
angles. And this is him, Sonny Liston won, where Sonny Liston was coming, and Sonny was like, "Oh my God, what can I do? This guy is running around. I can't catch him. He's fast." You see how he slips backwards out of punches?
Yeah.
Most fighters do not do that. But that's something that's there.
Coach Dave, that was a great breakdown. I had a lot of fun watching that, man. Watching the footwork, fancy footwork. To me, I enjoy watching this stuff. It's just grace, man. It's just great. And
you know what? I met Panama Lewis once, right? So he's with Yoel Judah, and Yoel Judah's great. Zab Judah's dad, and Yoel goes to him. He goes, "Panama, who you like better, the white boxes, the Spanish boxes, or the black boxes?" You know, and Panama looks at him and goes, "You know, forget that he didn't mention Asian or there's other types of things, but this is you know a conversation." So Panama Lewis goes, "I don't know, but the Spanish people, they just seem to have the right way of moving." So I look at him I'm so like, "Oh, that's obvious, yeah, because they dance, they all salsa or something, you know, they salsa, tango, merengue, they're the great dancers." And he looks at me like it's the first time he ever heard it. This is Panama Lewis, who's been in the boxing game since he was in the room. He goes, "You know, you might have a point there." Yeah, of course it's related to dancing. Yeah, like it's crazy. The characters in the boxing game are just, I don't know.
It's fun. It's fun to be around and to listen to the guys. I have a blast all the time. Well, Dave, let me get to a couple people here that tuned in. I want to give you some shout outs. Yeah. Henry Fernandez is tuned in. We want to give you a shout out. Welcome to to the Coach's Corner. Also, LaRon Rhodey, he says great info. Footwork, main thing I'm working on now. As you know, LaRon Rhodey fought in the Ring Masters last year.
He's got big, heavy legs, so that might be a problem.
Yeah. So what do you suggest?
Stop eating so much. You'll be lighter.
All right. So there you go, LaRon. There you go, buddy. Now it's your turn. All right. So anyway, we covered. All right. So we covered, and I just want to go over stand shifters, right hands, the footwork. We got one last. Do we have one last? I think we have one last one that we have time for, right?
Dip into the front left.
All right. So we have time for that because we got like 9 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's go for it. Let's go for it.
There we go.
All right. So this is the dipping left and hooking.
Right.
And smoke talk. Coach's Corner number 7, where we were dipping to throw the left hook. All right. So basically, you're a strong guy as far as coming in here, and you want to throw a left hook to the body. Everybody knows that when you come here, there's two things that are going to happen. Body or the right hand. Why the right hand? Because the left hook to the body and the right hand are married. They stay together. They are a combination. They're two peas in a pod. That's how they work. All right. So when you come here, you can feint sometimes or throw a hard right hand or throw a hard hook to the body. And you alternate and play around. Every once in a while, throw one to the head so that the person doesn't measure you, read you, and bang you out. All right? Right hand here, bang, left hook to the body. And remember, these two go together. This position means this or this. All right? Let's go to the videotape and check that out.
All right. All right, Salvador Sanchez, man, going against Wilfredo Gomez. All right, so let me just stop it right here. You see how he's throwing a couple of hooks right here to the body, George?
Yeah.
So if you're Wilfredo Gomez, you know he's putting his head there. You know he's going to throw left hooks. You know you can hit him with the right hand, but you hold that right hand there because you know why? You don't want your ribs broken.
That's right. Boom.
Yeah. So Salvador Sanchez move. And let's take a look how he finished off Wilfredo Gomez. And and it's not just the dip to the left. He's using all the tools of boxing. I'm just pointing out one of them, but he liked it, and he liked to lean in and really bang, throw that right hand. Now Loma again. Now I'll show you something about Loma. You saw that dip left?
Yeah, just a quick. Yep.
All right. So I mean, it's a dip right because
because
he's a left-handed fighter. So right there, you are exposed. So Loma does things where he's kind of exposed here and there. So now he's in this fight right now, and he's doing well, but he moves all over the place, and even Loma could get caught.
Ooh, susceptible to that right hand.
Right. And where you put yourself out there. But Loma is Loma, and this is what he did to come right back. And that's Jorge Linares that he beat. All right, the Hitman, Tommy Hearns.
And we bring him up every time because I mean this guy just, Tommy the Hitman. I mean, Hearns, this guy was just a legend. And he's good to watch as well.
Right. So now he's in the all gold trunks as opposed to the gold and black trunks. You're going to have to watch it quick. You're looking for the left hook underneath and the right hand to the head. There's the right hand to the head. Boom. There's the left hook underneath. There's the right hand. Look for it again. Both of them. And now he's, this guy's about done. And now he's done. Okay. Hey, how about a little MMA? Because they're doing some boxing too.
Yeah, they do. It's a little crazy, but okay, you're gonna bring some MMA. All right, this is gonna be interesting.
Okay. So Meal Chick or whatever his name is, I don't know how to say it. He's in the gray shorts, and that's I forgot his name.
All right, we saw that dip, and then the punch to the.
And this he took over the fight. He did this, and he found his home with it. You see how he brought it up the head. Mm-hmm. And once he had him out, this is what you do in MMA, George. You just beat somebody. And then what do you do? What do you do when you win, George? What
celebrate, baby. You celebrate.
Yeah, you should do a little bit of this.
Oh, we got more Rashad Monty. All right, yeah, I love it.
Well, this is the other half to the stable. I actually have them both on this. Rashad Monty, he came out of our Ringmasters tournament, and signed with the Zone.
Yes, another one. Or Matchroom Boxing. Yes, and you could watch him on the Zone as well, just like Nikita Ababiy. Same thing. Awesome.
Bang. You want to see that again? I got it in slow motion, George.
Yes.
1, 2, step forward, dip, and hook. Bang.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that hurt me. In slow motion, it still hurt me.
Here he is again.
Look at that. The stuff he does. And here's Nikita again. And Nikita, they're from the same stable. So, and they grew up together. They have it. So watch Nikita's between his left hook and his right hand. And this is something that we got to tell Nikita. You can't show this. He's showing it a little bit too much because somebody will hit you with the right hand. Somebody who's a little bit deeper in the pro game, more experienced.
Yeah, it's like he's looking for it, almost like targeting it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could see him zoning in, like you could almost read it.
Right, and you shouldn't be able to read a pro like that. It should be a surprise. There's got to be jabs.
We're not going to say anything. We're just going to keep it quiet between us, but we'll let him know.
You see him dipping over there, and watch this. It's going to come up right now. Bang.
Oh, yeah. Boom.
That's it. Debut, which he won with a knockout.
Congratulations. That was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, this has been a fun evening watching this. We've had a lot of fighters come through tonight, and some of the breakdowns that you went through, Coach Dave. I really appreciate and have a lot of fun watching. I hope you guys are having fun watching it as well. And man, that was awesome. And it's great to see like these young boxers coming in, and then we get to watch them progress and then become pros. It's just fun, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of fun. Now, Brian McCarthy says, wow, excellent point about being too obvious. Yes.
Yeah, right.
We hope you guys, the viewers pick that up as well.
Yeah, Brian McCarthy knows a little bit something about being obvious. He told me a story once of how he used to try to get the apple pie before it was done, and he made it too obvious. So every time he went quickly for it, his mom would take a fork and just stick him in the hand. And, kids were asking, what were all these dots on his hand? He comes in with it every week. And Brian McCarthy would just say, I was just being too obvious.
Anyway, listen, we hope you guys enjoyed the show this evening. We're going to be back on Thursday evening at 8:00 where we're going to have the Smoker Talk podcast, and we're going to have a special guest on Thursday. Dave, why don't you tell us who's coming on?
So I'm hoping that we have Rashad Mahdi and Nikita Ababiy come on.
Oh, really? That's going to be fun, man.
I'm hoping that they'll be on. I haven't confirmed it. I think I confirmed it with Rashad. I'm not sure about Nikita yet. I don't even know if Nikita's in the country. He might be, I don't know. He might be in a cave someplace, I've seen some of these MMA guys wrestle bear. And I think Nikita used to go on the trains and just like box with various homeless guys and and other people that
right.
entertainers. Like when people try to sing, he would try to box them. This is when he was little. Once he got bigger, he's got and actually went to boxing gyms. But these are stories I heard. I cannot confirm nor deny them. I won't deny them because I've seen crazier things.
Absolutely. All right. Well, listen, thank you so much, Dave, Coach Dave, for showing us the tonight some of the fights and breaking down these things for us, these moves, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, so we're gonna cut off. Any last you want to say, Coach Dave?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you go on Instagram and Smoker Talk, we do the Coach's Corner on there. I'm gonna start doing TikTok videos. So I got to just figure them out. These here are signed by Bruce Carrington, aka Shoo.
Yes.
And we have some Bruce Carrington, Shoo Coach's Corner Challenge winners because they put up videos and we say they should get an award. We got I don't know their Instagram names. We have the Dark Seed Entertainment, I believe. That's Tim Dark. And then we have Edison Romeo. And I think his Instagram handle is Eyes That Love Art with some underscores in between them. And they are getting these socks. These are Smoker Talk socks that you win on the Coach's Corner. These happen to be autographed by Bruce Shoo Carrington. And these are good. These are going to be one of a kind, George, because I like the socks, but I think they're dress socks. We're going to have to get some sort of athletic socks, So these are just going to be this is going to be a one-time and done. I have a few of them left. If people want to DM me and try to buy them from me, I'll be like my own eBay. You'll have like, George, I have you bid against them, and we'll see what I don't know. I think we could do something with these socks.
They're definitely going to be collector's items.
Yes. Paulie, who came on our show last week, wants a pair of these socks. I'm gonna COD. I'm gonna mail them to him. I'm gonna mail them.
All right. So with that being said, we'll let you guys go. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and we'll see you guys Thursday at 8:00 here on Smoker Talk. But this is tonight. This is the Coach's Corner. We thank you again for tuning in. We'll see you guys later. Bye.